Hello friends, in this video I am going to analyze a game played between me and Naxala. He was rated 1566 and he lost to me, and one of the reason I'll show in the video that why he lost was my pawn was too much activated. And one tip I want to give you that whenever your pawn crosses the fifth rank, don't consider it as a pawn and just consider it as a queen or the best piece in the situation, and just try to defend that pawn and also make a threat to the king. And most probably the opponent will take entire of his army to attack his that pawn, and you may win on the king side. So let's analyze the game and see. Let's see what happened. It was a rapid game, 10 minutes with no time increment, and I was white and Naxala was black. So let's see what happened um, in the game. E4. He tried Karo Clan defense and the standard move. When he captured my pawn, I the move is to take with the knight, and I did that. And after that, just a development, and I take the pawn. Why I took the pawn? Because I wanted to develop his pawns, and trading was equal, and doubling up the pawns makes my structure more in my hand. So after he takes, he opens up the king, and both the kings are open, and I develop. He also develops and places his bishop in a active square, and my idea was to stop the castling, although it was an inaccuracy playing the queen here because he may simply bring his bishop out, and he is also developing a piece and also blocking the check, and anyways he may castle. And in the game that happened, and I started pushing the pawn and thinking of developing the bishop on this square and then castle. So this bishop will be nicely placed here, and after that he opened up the file thinking that he may fork my pin my queen and win it, but I was ahead in this. Although the computer is saying that this move is inaccuracy, the computer wants that engine wants that bishop should be placed here, and in this way it will develop and more equalized game will happen. But after that he took my pawn, and actually why I didn't play this move was because I knew that he will take this pawn, and then I'll get an open file for my rook. uh, I know that he's attacking my queen, so I will have to defend it. So after he takes, I have defended, and the bishop will now have to move back. So after he moves back, he gives me developing tempo. I will push forward my pawns, and after he goes, I will again bring my file to the open file for my rook, and then he played bishop to c5. And now my idea is to again push forward the pawns and make his bishop to go on the squares where when the pawn comes here, this is also covered, this is also covered by this, and this is also covered, so his bishop will not be active for a while in the game. So I pushed, and when he goes back I again push, and he cannot come here because my rook is double attacking the bishop, so he will have to go back. And after this all the squares here are covered by the pawns, so his bishop is mostly not in the game for a while. And after that I'm attacking this, he can simply defend, but it was a move with tempo to push forward. And after this n percent is forced because, so I will have to take with the n percent and attack the bishop, although he can take, and that I wanted. As after he takes, he is double attacking my pawn, and I have already told you that it's not sacrifice any piece, even it's a pawn. So as he's attacking by two pieces, I put one more defender, although it was covered by the knight and the queen. I put one more defender bishop, and after the knight maneuver, this pawn was defended by the knight, but now the knight has moved, so this is undefended, so I can attack it. So I moved my knight and trying to attack this piece. So he defended with the queen, and this is the situation where an inaccuracy occurred, and now I was feeling strong. So I have to put one more attacker for the pawn, so I will have to bring my rook here, and after that he defended with the rook, and now by this he's weakening this pawn as the bishop only uh, defends this pawn. So after this, moving my pawn, as the pawn is pinned he cannot move, so he to take my bishop and I take with the pawn back, and now this pawn is a threat. And in the starting of the video I told you that whenever the pawn crosses the fifth rank, you should consider it as a queen and not as a normal pawn, because it is very near to promotion, and there are good chances of winning if you this, as you know that he cannot take the pawn because it is pinned. I can easily take the bishop, and he cannot take by this pawn because rook will take the queen, so he will have to move his bishop either there or here. So in the game he moved here, and now I can easily take the pawn and attack the knight also. So I took it, and after the knight moves and also attack my pawn, what I have to do is simply bring my queen here, and this is saying to who trade the queen. Now the best move by the engine in this position was to place his queen here, and this was attacking my knight, but in the game he he traded off the pieces, and after the queen trade, you can see that the rook is attacked, and he can take all, but it will be very hard to defend this pawn, so attack this pawn, sorry. So in the game he simply moved his rook here, and trying to stop the pawn from promoting. So, and as you can see that this pawn is undefended, and as I told you in the starting that the bishop which was protecting this pawn has now gone, so I can easily attack this. And after this he bring out his knight here to attack my rook. I will simply place it here, sacrificing the pawn because in the later stage this is my queen, I told you. So after this he takes the pawn, and now I will have to bring my rook here, and as he takes I'll take with the pawn and promote to the queen, and if he takes with the rook, this bishop, and the starting of the video I told you that this bishop is very strong here and it is working. So after thinking of too much, the opponent played knight here, not taking the rook but playing knight here. This was a good move, as when I take, then again this square will be covered, and this bishop is protecting here, so my rook cannot come here. I'll have to align the rook here and then again attack this way. So I in the game obviously played here, and not by this. If he takes now, I will have to take. I can take, and if he takes, I can again place my rook here. He will have to either take the pawn, which he cannot do because of the pin, and if he takes the rook I will play. Let me show you uh, what will happen if he takes. Now I can take with the rook, and taking is forced because it is pin, and nothing can do. So after the rook takes I can take and place my queen, and it's a check and forced mate because of this back rank checkmate. So my opponent resigned at this point. So guys, if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe. It helps me a lot and keeps me motivated to bring more such content.